Hello, everybody. This is Charles Cook. It's great to be with you today as part of our Facebook Live. I've had a crazy day, which is good, I think. But I wanted to talk first about yesterday's hearing. Yo soy el abogado Charles Cook. Un placer de estar aquí con ustedes hoy día. Estamos contestando preguntas, pero primeramente yo quise hablar del testimonio que recibieron ayer acerca de las actas de promesa por los con TPS, el DREAM por los con DACA y los sin DACA que serían elegibles, y además por los que son beneficiarios de lo que sería una amnistía por los que trabajan en la agricultura. I want to talk about the DREAM Act, the Promise Act, the Agricultural Workers Act, which supposedly would give legal status to over 4 million people. I think that number is grossly exaggerated, but the DREAM Act would probably reach at least 1 million, my guess, 1.5 million, depending on when the start date is. But if the start date was really just January 1, 2020, it might hit a couple million people, but I don't think it's going to be that date. But the testimony was nothing surprising yesterday. The Joe Edlow, the putz who used to work for immigration, who really just ran the place into the ground intentionally. He was whining and moaning about it. But we heard good testimony yesterday from Leon Rodriguez, former head of immigration under the prior administration, along with others, to talk about the absolute need, including Dreamers and those with TPS, about the need to fix the status. The testimonio que escuchamos ayer en la audiencia que tuvieron en el Congreso con los con DACA, los con TPS. Había los anti-inmigrantes ahí. Ellos siempre están quejando, pero nunca van a votar por la propuesta. Ellos siempre están en un show por la Fox News y la televisión. Y aunque no podemos ignorarlos, ellos nunca van a votar por la propuesta. Entonces, enfocamos en lo que va a pasar. Entonces, ¿qué es con DREAM y promesa? Lo más importante por nuestra audiencia hoy día. Mira, las actas han pasado en la Cámara de Representantes. Y si tuvieron un voto mañana en el Congreso, yo creo que en el Senado, yo creo que pasarían con más de 60 votos. Yo no tengo ninguna duda. Pero tal vez tendrían que bajar la edad por DACA, por el DREAM. Ahorita, el DREAM no es DACA. DACA es por los que entraron antes de 2007, que estaban aquí en 2012. El DREAM Act es por los que vinieron hasta, yo creo que ahorita es 2020, o enero 1, 2021. Pero si mueven la fecha a enero 1 de 2017, algo así, en compararía como 1.5 millones de jóvenes que serían elegibles. Y eso sería chévere. La promesa que ya también pasó en la Cámara de Representantes por los con TPS. Le dan la residencia. Eso sería una excelente idea. Eso también pasaría. Pero la pregunta es, ¿qué van a hacer? Van a tener un voto. Ese es el primer paso. Tuvieron la audiencia. Ya van a pasarlo tal vez a mandarlo en el comité judicial del Senado. Y probablemente tendrán un voto. Mi estimación es julio, tal vez septiembre, pero julio. Y si pasan la misma propuesta que la de la Cámara de Representantes, ya el presidente lo firma, pero va a ser un poco distinto, yo creo. Entonces, mira, los lentes están un poco malogrados, no sé qué está pasando. Y yo tengo excelente chance que lo pasen en septiembre. Por DREAM y Promise. Por lo demás, probablemente no, pero DREAM y Promise absolutamente por algo. Aunque la gran mayoría, 65% de las personas en los estados, de los dos partidos, apoyan un cambio en la ley para que todos obtengan la residencia o un modo a la residencia. Eso es lo que ya tenemos puesto. So they're probably going to have a vote in the Senate. It'll probably be, I think in July, end of July, they're going to pass out of committee. The committee may change it. If they change it, and they probably reduce the dates so fewer people would get legalization. Everybody with DACA, anybody who's DACA would get that. But we're talking about the DREAM Act up until what date? Right now, DACA is 2007. I mean, I would suspect, and the DREAM Act that they passed is like January 1, 2020 or some crazy date like that. You know, they might move it back to 2017 or something like that. If they did that, that would pass with a lot of votes. The Promise Act for TPS, that's going to pass without really many changes. The only question is, will it get support back in the House? Because I have to go back to the House with any change at all and enter those bills. But I'm thinking end of September, possibly end of July, possibly mid-September. For the DREAM and Promise, these are two bills that could pass. I mean, and frankly, shame on the Democrats. If the Democrats don't put this up for a vote and make Republicans vote against it, then shame on them. Absolute shame on them for not doing their job. They at least need to bring this thing up for a vote. Heck, McConnell even had it up for a vote, right? Back in 2018, 2017, McConnell had it back up for a vote. So there's no reason why there's no vote on this. I mean, so let's do it. Come on, Chuck Schumer, buddy. You know, my namesake. Do the right thing. Have a vote. The other stuff, I don't expect there to be any other immigration changes. There's not going to be a bill voted on to give green cards back to people who win the lottery from Iran. There's a proposal in the House. There's 26 votes. There's zero chance that that's going to have a vote on the House or Senate floor. It's just not. It would have to be rolled into something else. So, I mean, that's kind of your legislation update. De las cosas que han cambiado en inmigración. Hay mucha gente llamándome diciendo, Chuck, escuché esto, escuché tal, yo sé que reuní contigo hace 3 años y mi hijo que tiene pendiente no me puede pedir porque entré indocumentada. Lo siento. Pero ya ha cambiado. No ha cambiado. Nada ha cambiado. Si usted entró al país indocumentado, no tiene padres que son residentes ciudadanos, no tiene esposo que es residente ciudadano, no tiene la protección de 245I, su hijo sí le puede pedir, pero ¿para qué? No puede usarlo sin salir del país por 10 años. Eso no ha cambiado. Pero las cosas que han cambiado, por ejemplo, van a dar al fin los con visas U pendiente por 5 años, todos aquellos, hay 150,000, nosotros tenemos como algunos 200, 300 pendientes, ya pueden pedir un permiso de trabajo ahorita sin esperar los 5 años. Nosotros estamos litigando esto y muchos otros litigando esto y al fin se dieron cuenta, estamos perdiendo estos casos, debemos cambiar la regla. Entonces, poner la visa U, si el caso es bona fide, la casa es real, es elegible, te van a dar un permiso. No, todavía va a tomar algunos meses, pero si usted tiene una visa U pendiente y habla con su abogado o llámanos a nosotros y podemos fijar la cita para ti, llama por una consulta hoy, te ayudamos a conseguir su permiso de trabajo si está pendiente su visa U. Eso es chévere, un excelente cambio. También ayer anunciaron que van a ampliar el número de visas para jóvenes de Centroamérica para unir con su familia aquí. Estamos hablando de como 100,000 que serán elegibles de venir para unirse con sus padres. Entonces, si tiene preguntas de eso, si usted tiene TPS, está aquí, llámanos por una cita y hablamos cómo podemos ayudarles de traer sus hijos aquí como refugiados y de ahí van a poder ellos pedir la residencia. Chévere, algo bien chévere. 2 big changes that immigration made to immigration law, one of which was not to give amnesty, okay, was to give work permits to U visa applicants. Yay! Without waiting 5 years. Yay! That's because we sued them like 10 times and we keep winning and they keep losing and a lot of other lawyers are suing over the work permits and they figured, we're getting sued, we're losing, let's just change the rules, make it easier for people. So that's a good thing. And we got up to 100,000 kids from Central America that are going to be able to come and join their parents up here through an amplification of the refugee program. This is great news. You have questions, all you got to do is call us. We'll be happy to talk to you. And remember, all the updates are on Facebook, and you can also follow me on the Twitter machine. Give a tweet. If you're watching me on YouTube, give a like, subscribe to the channel. If you're on Facebook, give a like to us. Just to remind you, our website is here. Lots of information on the website. Okay. So let's see what question. Oh, I wanted to give you a litigation update. All right. So let's see if there's anything going on. We've got the, in the FOM case, we got the EB5 case. We got the government just filed a motion to dismiss last week. We'll be responding to that. The court also asked for a change of venue motion. The court asked, why is venue proper here? So we're going to do that motion to the court this Friday. That's not a big deal. We'll get that taken care of. No changes in Go, no changes in Acker, Gomez right now. No changes in the K1s. The government has, in the Yakub case, the government has filed a motion to dismiss, finally. It's basically exactly the same as all the other motions to dismiss that we're winning. So we'll be responding to that. But other than that, no changes in the K1. We're still waiting on K1 London, by the way, still waiting on that from Lily. Hopefully she'll have that ready for us to take a look at today, because the plan was really try to file it this week. The Kinsley case is moving forward. We filed our motion to dismiss, waiting for the government to respond to that. I am revising today the lottery abuse complaint, and hopefully the plan is to finalize it and file it by Friday. All right, and then we'll be preparing our preliminary injunction shortly after that. We've also, of course, if you've got an adjustment of status application that you filed in October, November, December last year, because of the priority dates moved up so quickly up to 2011, we're suing because immigration is going to blow off 140,000 green cards for you. You would get your green card. So join the lawsuit. We're going to win that lawsuit, by the way. We're absolutely going to win that lawsuit, and you'll get your green card. So that'll be a good thing. We feel very, very happy about that. All right. Other than that, I don't have any other updates going on. So let's go back up here and let's take a look at some of the questions today. Silvia Martínez, ¿qué tal, Silvia? ¿Cómo le va? Buenas tardes, señor Cuco. Me pregunto, mi hijo es ciudadano. Yo estoy aquí en México. ¿Él me puede ver? Sí. Si él tiene 21 años y usted no tiene ninguna prohibición de entrar, por ejemplo, si usted estuvo aquí, usted salió más de 10 años atrás, sí, su hijo le puede pedir. Lo que recomiendo es que usted llama por una cita o también puede mandar un email aquí para fijar la cita y te ayudamos con el proceso. Ojalá que todo sea bien en México, Silvia. También, hey, mira, yo me voy a Quito, Ecuador, el viernes por el fin de semana para visitar un gran amigo mío que vive en Quito. Vamos a ir a Otavalo. A todos los ecuatorianos que están mirando, hola. Hola, que están bien. What are the Go updates? No updates. That was easy, wasn't it? No update. Go Plaintiff. Thank you, Valeria. I appreciate that. We are working hard. We feel very confident in Go. We're in the Go case. Here's the update. We're the first people that have final hearings, I think, in the case. For the final hearing. It was the motion for summary judgment. So we think we're in good shape there, and I think we bring Gomez case along with us. DV 2020 is a gone deal. Nothing will come out of any case. Well, that's a lie. Shouldn't lie, Douglas. We've already won the Gomez case with another 9,095 visas, and I think we're going to get more. I don't know what marhaba means, but marhaba. Ariana N. Ochoa Martinez, I am eligible to apply for citizenship because there's something different husband who's no legal status. Well, Ariana, the answer to that question is depende. It depends. If your husband entered the country with a visa, you can get him a green card once you're a citizen. If he came undocumented and is still just undocumented and has only come once, we can get him a green card. It's going to take a while, but we can get him a green card. If he has DACA, because you appear to be very Hoven, if he has DACA, we can get him a travel document, get him to come back and get a green card. So yes, apply, Ariana. Apply for citizenship. That would be great. Data Baidoshvili. How are things in Georgia? What can students do? How to get an education in America? Well, typically speaking, the first thing you have to do, Data, is you have to take the TOEFL. Make sure and confirm that you get a high enough score that you can be accepted to a U.S. university. Then you begin applying to U.S. universities. Once you're accepted at school, you will go through the process to qualify for a Form I-20. With that Form I-20, you will be able to get an F1 visa at the consulate. So that's how you do that. All right, let's see. Got some earlier ones. Jesús Guzmán, ¿puedo viajar más de una vez con el Advance Pro DACA? Sí, Jesús. Mira el Advance Pro. Si dice entradas múltiples por un tiempo, puedes viajar durante el tiempo que tiene el Pro. No, típicamente no es por una visita. Puede hacerlo. Why the taking so long to do a biometric? Yeah. Actually, today, 25 senadores mandaron una carta a inmigración quejando de esto, porque está tomando tanto tiempo. Una cosa que sabemos, y honestamente, si tiene DACA y está renovando su DACA, no deben tomar su biométrico. Deben tomar, porque no ha cambiado sus huellas digitales, deben simplemente darte la tarjeta. Ellos dijeron 1 millón de biométricos atrasados. 1 millón. Bien, ese es el problema. Una agencia durante Trump, y todavía no hay jefe de inmigración, porque el Senado no ha confirmado el jefe, la jefa, y Trump, los que trabajan con Trump, intencionalmente destruyeron el sistema. Con intención, destruyeron el sistema. ¿Qué pasa, David Echavarría? ¿Qué pasa con David 2020? ¿Cuándo será la decisión de la ley? Mis poderes de profecía son limitados. Lo siento, David. Lo siento. No sé. Yo estaba de acuerdo de hacerlo cuando tenemos la de Go en el 13 de julio, pero los otros abogados no quisieron. No podemos hacerlo. No. Ahí está. Igly Cookly. Hello, Mr. Cook. Final decision judge would be doing a month. I don't know. I don't think there'll be a final decision on either Go or Gomez until the end of July. That's my current guess. Do you expect the decision to be in the after court's decision? If you're talking about any case, once the court decides the case, it's in effect. Now, the government can appeal and ask the judge to stay their decision, but no judge is going to do that on these cases. Not a chance. Marlia, ¿qué tal? Saludos del Perú. Mira, entiendo, las cosas son locas en el Perú. Cuando eligen un terrorista, esas cosas que se pasan, mucha gente va a ser enojada. Escuché hoy día que el ejército es muy interesado en la elección de un terrorista contra lo cual lucharon en los años 80 y 90. Suerte y protégese, Marlia. Take Morse, Take! Let me review when I will drink coffee with you. Well, I don't drink coffee, but I'll be happy to have a Diet Coke with you. Astana, Kazakhstan, we were waiting. Well, we hope we're going to win. We just need to get them on their game here. Go. Do you expect already talked about that? Do you think any hope is to give? I do believe. I really feel confident that we're going to get more visas than the 9,095. So. Buenas tardes. La Embajada de Guyana está programando citas a los 2020 que cancelaron su entrevista en abril. ¿De veras? ¿Qué prueba tienes por esto? Mándame la prueba. Mándame la prueba a mi email confirmado, porque no creo esto. Creo que eres un error. ¿Ok? Pero dígame. ¿Ok? A ver. See, Noha, you're welcome. Is there a general time? This is from James Kennard. Came in to do summary judgment. Wants to do their motion to dismiss. Generally speaking, once the government loses the motion to dismiss, at that point the judge goes, well, what judgment do you want? Because if the government not going to win the motion to dismiss, everything else is pretty straightforward. Generally speaking, the motions to this summary judgment takes about 60 days from beginning to end. So, a final decision would be 60 days after the judge rules on a motion to dismiss. Hemza Aliklani, my wife is a Go plaintiff, principal DVG. We sent our documents to you today. We sent it again with the district. Well, let's hope, because the KCC is lying to everybody. KCC is literally lying. They have somebody that came from the KCC to court in the RY case and said the KCC all they do is collect documents. They don't do anything else. And every consulate says, no, the KCC sets appointments and verifies people and documentarily qualifies them. So it's a joke. So keep sending in and keep bothering them. Mari Maldonado, buenas tardes, abogado. Mi hijo mandó su renovación de DACA desde diciembre 15 y hasta esta fecha no le llaman nada. Mira, Mari, tenemos extensiones desde septiembre pendiente. Entonces, ya, debiera haber puesto esto 6 meses antes de la expiración, no 3 meses antes de la expiración. Puedes llamar al número 800 o si quiere, llámanos por una cita y los llevamos al corte. Llama por la cita y los llevamos al corte. Sería chévere de llevarlos al corte sobre su demora. Una pregunta mía de Silvia, mi hijo. Es un de mi hijo. Ya contesté esto. Yo creo que contesté esto antes. Ok. A ver. Let's see. No quise hacerlo tan rápido. Bailishvili. There we go. There we go. Do you explain? Okay, we already talked about that. Alex Gonzalez Rodriguez doing adjustment set of favorites were used because I have DACA and I did AP. Oh my God, really? Oh man, the Immigration Service is a model of incompetence, but generally you're not eligible for a regular 131. You're only eligible for a 131 under DACA, which has different criteria. So they may be just not granting your 131. That's probably what's happening. Could Jacob be a class action? I guess so. I'm not the Jacob lawyer. You should ask the Jacob lawyer that. Buenas tardes. ¿Cuánto tiempo están tardando las aplicaciones de DACA para las que están aplicando ahorita? O de renovación, como dijiste, puede ser 6 a 8 meses. Debes aplicar 6 meses antes de la expiración de su DACA corriente. Por nuevo, tenemos los que aplicamos en febrero, ya están recibiéndolos. Ángela Guerra, buenas tardes. Usted es mi abogado. Mi pregunta es, yo tengo 2 años sin tener la permiso del aviso. Creo que ya lo podemos hacerlo. Ángela, llame a su asignado paralegal o abogado y te ayudamos esto. Ya, tu demanda es lo que convenció Inmigración de cambiar la política. Ok, excelente. Llama a su abogado y te ayudamos, Ángela. Chévere. Tendrán otra demanda por los DB 2020. Walter, ahorita no estamos planeando otra demanda. Si veamos hay una demanda por la demanda, lo haremos, pero ahorita no tenemos una demanda por la demanda. Espero desde Kalish, espera que la decisión se implemente después. Ya, por supuesto. Cuando tenemos litigación y ganamos, está en efecto inmediatamente. Alaj Papa one day, that's quite the name. And you have to get Ghana, I keep telling them, patients. Well, here's the deal. F1 is a third priority. They're not working third priorities. They're not. So that's our enunciado case is forcing issues like that to the forefront. We're challenging, as we are in Kinsley, challenging the NIE whole structure of how they work it. But for right now, I do not have any update. All right. Let's see. Orlando Montaña, buenas tardes. La Embajada de Guyana. Well, otra vez, mándame confirmación porque no lo creo. ¿Qué, Chris Villatoro, qué posibilidades tienen las familiares de salir más pronto de un papá a un hijo siendo residente? A un hijo siendo residente. Well, la pregunta es, ¿dónde está su hijo? Si está adentro de los Estados Unidos, hay una posibilidad si son legal. Si ustedes son residentes y piden a su hijo, si ustedes residentes piden a su hijo que es indocumentado, ellos tendrán que salir del país para aprovechar de la aplicación, aunque sea legal. Pero lo que debe hacer, de veras, es llamar por una consulta, Chris, para que podamos hablar en detalle de las opciones que tiene. Angélica, aló, abogado, yo tengo un proceso de UBI. ¿Cuándo me están? Tengo que esperar. Bueno, están trabajando los casos de junio 2016, pero ya puedes tener su permiso. Llame a Angélica, ¿qué estoy pensando? Angélica, llama a la oficina y te ayudamos con esto. Ahmad Farhad, good to see you, Ahmad. Any need for We don't represent you in your individual cases, Ahmad. So there will never be a G28. If you want to hire any of the law firms that doing go to be your lawyer, call for an appointment and we can set that up. But we are not your lawyers for the cases. We are the lawyer to force an interview. That's it. You think we'll have a vote on the DREAM Act soon? I just talked about that one. I could be done with reconciliation, but I think they're gonna try to get a separate vote on that because I think there are a lot of Republicans that would vote for that bill. But I'm thinking end of July, August is closed, basically mid-September. That's my guess. Don't worry, Ronald. I don't see where your deleted comments are. Alexis, hi there. Checking any news on EB3 immigration visa openings, deadly silence in South Africa. No, they're not interviewing them, Alexis. They're not interviewing them. They're the third level, maybe even the fourth level. They're like, we're not paying attention to the EB numbers, which is why suing them is so important. If Judge Chutkan grants a PI, what would the decision be? Well, I think that would make it a lot easier for Judge Mehta to rule very quickly. Remember, all Rai would be doing is copying what Mehta did, who then copied what Judge Chutkan did. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if they talk to each other, the judges. They might, and maybe they all issue them on the same day. I don't know. Again, Danielle, I am not Jacob's lawyer. Talk to that lawyer. ¿Es posible visa de trabajo? ¿Con un sponsor poder ir a trabajar? Yeah, hay visa de trabajo, hay la H1B, hay la H2B, hay la visa E2, y también por la visa inmigrante hay la EB3. Lo que recomiendo, si el que roga, es que usted me llama por una consulta o que manden un email. Ahí está. Y fijamos una cita por Zoom o por teléfono, lo que es cómodo para usted. Can Casey ever say this? No. Tengo la prueba. Yeah, mándamelo. Yo quiero verlo. Ahmad, any request? Yes. That was easy. That was easy. Let's see. Abraham La Rosa, buenas tardes. Me gustaría preguntarle qué posibilidades tengo para calificar por la residencia. Yo tengo permiso de trabajo, pues me cancelaron la deportación y ya llevo más de 6 años. Tengo un hijo mayor de edad y mi mamá es residente. I mean, si usted tiene cancelación de remoción, debes tener la residencia. Estoy confundido. Abraham, tú debes hacer la cita para que podamos charlar. Tienes opciones, es lo que estoy diciendo, pero su pregunta es un poco confuso. ¿Okay? Un poco confuso. Carlos Hernández, buenas tardes, abogado. Si mi patrón me ayuda a visita, well, si estás en los Estados Unidos indocumentado, tu patrón no te puede ayudar sin salir por 10 años. Si estás afuera del país, llámame y te ayudamos. Data, once again, how I'm a law student, which is a good law. Well, I think Emory Law School is a good law school because I teach at Emory Law School as a professor. And you, of course, can always reach me from Georgia. But if you're going to come from Georgia, you got to bring me some of that amazing cheese bread. I love that cheese bread stuff. It is awesome. I forget what they call it, but it's amazing. Seymour Allier, I was going to ask that in the worst scenario, what happened to be I don't engage in worst scenarios, Seymour. Yo también tengo con caso. Chris, Bam, llama entonces su asignado para regalar y abogado y te ayudamos. No hay de qué, Ángela. Okay, Samin. What about if you didn't join any lawsuit? Well, if you did join a lawsuit, you are protected in Gomez. You need to Google Gomez class action and join it. And there are your lawyers. July 13th is not a hearing for Gomez. It's just a hearing for Go. ¿Todavía es posible unirse a la demanda de Go? No. Tengo un caso con ustedes de visa. ¡Oh, excelente! Ya, porque están trabajando en junio y tu caso tal vez es después. Pero ya puedes pedir su permiso. Llame a su abogado, asignar su caso paralegal. Estamos aquí, Antonia. You're the best lawyer. Thank you, Shira. Makes me fun. Makes me feel good. Silvia, no hay de qué. Yo tengo proceso de visa de 2020. Sí, Félix, puedes obtener tu permiso. Llame y te ayudamos con esto. Lo de la visa, aplica por la visa T. Sí. pero no conozco su situación. ¿Por qué? Si está pidiendo la visa, ¿por qué cambia la visa T? Porque, pueden ser los dos, pero ¿por qué? No sé. What if Jacob's case will be ruled first? So, you have to understand how class actions work. You don't automatically become a member of the class. You have to be offered a chance to be in the class. So you can join the class if you want, or you can not join the class if you want and stay in the lawsuit you're currently in. That's how classes work. Lobbying for Congress? Yes, that's why there's a bill pending in Congress right now for recovering those DV 2020 visas. What's new in the immigration courts? Thank you, Yashira. I forgot to give that update. In the immigration courts, the Immigration Service, ICE, is currently asking people to move to terminate their cases if they don't have good cases. So that's good news. So if you're in deportation, you have a crummy case, you can get the case terminated. If you're waiting, you're in court, but you can get a green card a different way. You can get your case terminated. So that's the good news in immigration court. Aha Tamamu. It's been a while. Thank you. Oh, you're welcome, Aha. We invite you to come. Kachapuri, that's what it's called. Kachapuri. Man, I love kachapuri. But you can't eat too much kachapuri because it's like butter and cheese and flour. All the things you're not supposed to eat. Thank you, Ronald. Aja, judge made a rule for the... No. The judge made... Basically, if you got issued a DV 2020 in September, you had 6 months to get here. Okay? So you shouldn't have any trouble getting into the United States. Shouldn't have any trouble getting in. If you do, let us know. Okay? Get here now. What are you waiting for? All right, everybody. It's been a crazy week. We're here again. You can call anytime for an appointment. But you can call for an appointment anytime. We have lots of lawyers here. You can meet with me. You can meet with the lawyers in person, on the phone, and Zoom, whatever you'd like to do. Puedes llamar por una cita en cualquier momento. Tenemos muchos abogados. Abogados, no paralegales. No somos un bufete con quien los paralegales reúnen con clientes inicialmente. Siempre habla con un abogado para determinar qué caso, si su caso vale o no. Y siempre decimos la verdad. Pero llama por una cita, porque estamos aquí siempre haciendo la ayuda por nuestros clientes. Otra vez, soy el abogado Charles Cook. This is Charles Cook, managing partner for Baxter. I look forward to seeing you on Monday when we'll be doing our update on our Impact Litigation YouTube channel. And I'll be back next Wednesday at 2 o'clock. We'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.